Welcome to our fireside chat, in which we shall be discussing our goals for 2018. Not so much New Year's resolutions, because of course we've already resolved to lose weight, get in shape, eat healthy, get our fatty fat cells in order. But other goals that we have for the new year, because as fantastic as we are, everybody can improve, right? We can always do better. We can make improvements in our systems and in ourselves. And just a quick recap, how are we doing on that Eat Healthy Diet plan? We're a week and a half in. Getting the jump on all the New Year's Eve resolvers who want to lose weight. How are we doing?
I'm glad. It's like, in golf we call it a mulligan.
It's a mulligan. What does that mean, Daddy, for all of those of us who aren't golfers? What's a mulligan?
Bad shot, you get the do-over.
Do-over!
It's like a freebie.
Yeah, I have to say Christmas Day and the day after might have undone any progress I made.
I think it added to my non-progress.
So we're actually starting worse off than we were.
Well,
I don't even want to know.
I
don't even want to get on the scale. Goals for 2018. We're going to write these down and post them on the fridge so that we can refer back to them throughout the year. We did that in 2017 as well. And how many of those goals did we tick off? A couple of them. Then I think the list kind of disappeared around
Yeah, I was
July or
wondering
August. Where did that list go? All right, would you like to start or would you like me to start? Here's a personal goal I have. One, I would like to work on getting my temper under control. What are you laughing at? What was that? That's not supportive laughing at me like that.
You don't have a temper.
I feel that you're approaching the list with disrespect. That's going to go on the list. That's number one on the list. I'm just going to write the word respect. You know what it means. Respect people. The legitimate goal, I have a fiery Irish temper. And I have a fairly low level of tolerance for frustration. And anger goes with that. But I will tell you why, because you might not know why. Because you just think it's because I'm a bitch. No.
I thought it was because of me.
Because you're a bitch?
No, because I make you mad.
You do. Everything makes me mad. I'm a generally very angry person, but I'll tell you why. Because you're not going to believe me when I say this, but it's true. Because on a certain level, for certain things, I am a complete perfectionist. Don't laugh in my face. I see the smirking. Stop that. Now, you wouldn't think I'm a perfectionist, because you wouldn't think a perfectionist would dress like a homeless man and never wear makeup and be such a ginormous loser, basically. But for the things I value, I do not value my appearance all so much, but the things I value, I am a perfectionist. So, for example, with my mothering, with how I want to be a mother and have a beautiful, happy, harmonious, fabulous home full of delights and magic and attractiveness and toys and fun and learning and blah, 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 all that. I want to be the absolute perfect mother and homemaker. And I have found over the years that I'm not. I'm really crap. So I have this image of the perfect mother I want to be. So when things go wrong and it's chaotic and all hell is breaking loose, it causes a lot of psychological dissonance with my image of what kind of mother I wanted to be and what kind of life experiences I wanted to provide my kids. Nobody wants to be screamed at. It's not the most effective way of getting your results, but it's kind of where I get to out of frustration, and then I get angry because my beautiful, perfect family and mothering and home life isn't being beautiful and perfect, and then it freaks me out. I want to have realistic expectations for my mothering and for the family and the household, but yet at the same time, I want to do better. I want to raise my standards, but in a realistic way. So there's actual improvement in our family life and in my parenting. And then when I screw up or they're not listening or whatever, I can approach it in a positive, effective way without just getting so angry and upset that things aren't like this picture perfect. So I'm going to write down realistic parenting expectations, be positive, deal with anger. And I will know what that means. And we need to be more self-disciplined as parents and less permissive just because we're lazy, tired, and old. We become permissive parents because we're lazy, tired, and old. And we need to be more consistent with our structure and our expectations. I'm being very real here. I'm being very open, very vulnerable, admitting to the world what a crazy, angry, spiteful bitch I really can be. No, I just get pushed to my limit. I'm really a lovely, lovely person. Disrespect, right there, laughing in my face. You need to live your truth, man. You need to know who you are and where you are and live your truth. But we know what I mean by honesty between us, right? Code word, honesty. Oh, God. Look at the lap dog. Oh, she smells so bad. All right, now we also have some solid concrete goals that shouldn't be that hard to deal with. We have a car that's parked out in the backyard that we haven't been able to drive for 5 years, maybe?
We can drive it.
We can drive it, but the steering wheel doesn't work. You can't steer it. You can drive it, but you can't steer it. That doesn't feel safe to me. It's not up on concrete blocks, which is nice, but it's still pretty...
It's a really nice car, and I don't want to get rid of it.
Okay, well, there's a problem.
Right.
It's a Mercedes. It's a very old Mercedes. He doesn't want to get rid of it. I say, it doesn't work that well. It's really old. We don't drive it. We need to move it on. Because that's another one of our goals, minimalism. We're not going to be the storage depot for every piece of material item that exists that comes across our paths. Right? You've agreed.
Correct.
You've said many times you're a minimalist. I'm writing down minimalism.
It's fast and sporty and cool.
And this has actually been on our list several years in a row. Deal with the Mercedes. So what are we going to do? I'm going to write Mercedes. We know what it means. Mercedes. What are we going to do with it? And the answer is?
Deal with it.
Okay, but how are we going to deal with it? I want to get rid of it.
Let's work on that later. I do move it around. It's not, it runs beautifully.
Moving it around the yard is not dealing with it.
Sitting in a car makes it sound abandoned or something.
It's
with
kind
grass
of abandoned.
growing all over it.
It does.
With a big tarp over
It's
it.
got shrubbery growing up around it. I think there's squirrels and foxes nesting inside. All right, Neve, what are your goals for the new year? What are things you would like to work on in life? Things you'd like to accomplish, things you'd like to learn, improvements in yourself and how you approach the world. How about how you approach your sister? What are our goals for the upcoming year?
What does approach mean?
What it means is, how about we try not to fight with our sister Autumn so much?
Yes, Mama.
Do you agree? Do you embrace it? Okay. All right. So we're going to put down here, twins don't fight or hit or bite or kick or call names. Because when you call each other names, it hurts, doesn't it? It's wounding to your heart. And we don't stick our tongues out at each other or stick out tongues. All the things we do that cause you to yell, Mommy, Autumn stuck her tongue out at me. So we're not going to do that anymore, right? We're going to work on all that stuff. Anything else you'd like to work on in the coming year?
Yeah.
How about going to bed on time? How about when Mommy says, okay, turn the TV off, time to come upstairs, time to brush teeth?
Yeah, I'll work on that.
We're going to work on that all together? All right.
I want to learn to swim.
Oh, that's a good one. That's an excellent goal. Twins learn to swim. So we need to sign you up for another swim class. Twins learn to swim. That's really good. And by the same token, I have the goal of Mommy learn to hula hoop. How about one of our goals for the coming year is to save money for a vacation to Disney World?
Yeah.
All right, save for Disney trip. Because we're not going to go unless we have the money ahead of time to pay for it. We're not going to put it on credit cards.
You can
and then
have
this
my
huge
$1 bill.
I can have your $1 bill to put towards the Disney trip. Thank you so much. It's also an ad. Oops. It's all.
Excuse me.
How about financial goals for 2018? I have to say I am a little bit concerned about the Trump tax plan that just got signed. I know for some people who live in states where they have very, very low property taxes or no property taxes, this tax plan might be a boon and a big improvement financially for them. Living in New Jersey, if you're in New Jersey, California, New York State, Massachusetts, if you're in a high property tax state, you've basically just been screwed, and that's us. We have just been screwed. Yeah. So I'm a little bit concerned about that because when you thought you were as screwed as you could be and you'd gotten as frugal as you could be, and it's never going to get worse than this, then something happens. Never anticipated this.
No.
So I don't even know what to say the financial goal is going to be because I don't really know exactly how this new tax code is going to impact us. I'm a little scared though, I have to say.
We'll have limits on...
On our mortgage deduction from our taxes, yes. I know that, but the thing is, for us personally, we have chosen in life to have a couple of really huge expenditures that we are committed to, which is our house and our kids' education. And that is one of the many reasons we choose to and have to be super frugal with everything else. Because after we pay this ginormous mortgage payment every month and the huge property tax, absolutely huge, and we cover our child's education costs, our children's education costs, it just doesn't leave us with much at all. And then saving for retirement, that's a whole other thing that keeps me up at night.
Our property tax is 1/3 of our house.
Of our mortgage payment,
Yeah.
1/3 of it is that. Oh yeah. Oh, our property taxes are huge, huge, huge.
I'm sure a lot of people don't say that.
When we moved into this house, our property taxes were whatever they were. We could afford our monthly payment when we moved in. Within a year, because the house had sold, the town decided to reassess the property, and they bumped up our property taxes by $700 a month. That was the increase. So what we could afford in our monthly budget for paying for living here, all of a sudden, was costing us $700 to $800 more per month. We had not budgeted for that. We did not have an extra $700 a month that we were just frittering away on mangoes and gambling and high times and cigarettes and alcohol. And
we couldn't cut back.
So that was crazy. So I know a lot of people would say, well, sell your damn big house, idiots. Nobody's forcing you to live there. I hear you. I know what you're saying. We did try to sell it. We had the house on the market for a year.
Right away.
Because we said we can't do this. We can't maintain this. And it didn't sell. So there you go. And then since then, we did have a couple of offers. Things fell through. It didn't sell. Since then, the value of the house on paper has gone down a little bit. So if we did sell it, if we sold it for a price that it would sell for, we wouldn't pull anything out. We wouldn't be able to move anywhere else. We would just be poor and homeless, basically, which would kind of stink. Though we could maybe live in the Mercedes because it's so sporty and zippy and such a fabulous car. Mm-hmm. We are left trying to maintain this home. The kids love it.
Yes.
Frugal Daddy loves it. I slave away working for the man every night and day, trying to bring home the bacon to keep my little happy family in their happy little antique house. So I don't even know what to say. Our goal is financially. I mean, we're going to continue to save. Obviously, survival. Don't become homeless.
But you can't do that because you will just survive. Because we know the universe.
Well, we want to save.
So we also need
to save.
Yes.
Okay, so financially, we don't want to become homeless, but we don't want to phrase it quite that way because that's not positive. So we're going to say maintain the house and the education, right? Mm-hmm. Maintain home and education. Education. And I'll put a little $sign next to it so we know we're talking about financially there. and we need to save. So our savings goals, save. So we want to, and we'll have another little dollar sign. So we want to save for emergencies. We already have saved for our Disney World trip, and I have a sinking fund that's been going for several years that I've been saving for that. So we actually...
So now we should start saving for emergencies, now that we have a Disney fund?
Daddy.
Disney is more important?
Disney is more important than the
Sorry.
roof blowing off. No, I've had that Disney fund for a long time. We have not had to dip into it for other things that came up. It has stayed its sacred Disney fund for a long time because I would like to be able to take older daughter and frugal babies to Disney World on a vacation before frugal daughter completes college and before the babies are too old to have lost like the magic and the wonder of it. These kids have never been on vacation anywhere. The frugal babies have never even gone to a movie in a movie theater. And I just think that it would be nice to do it because Disney World is the happiest place on earth and we're going to go. God damn it. And I've been saving for it. We do have some money for emergencies, but not as much as we used to. So I just want to build up the emergency fund. I'm saying that to be responsible, to set an example. Okay? We want to save for retirement. We have to figure that out. We might not ever be able to retire. I mean, we're just going to keep trying to put money towards retirement. I don't know how, but...
we may not retire in this house.
We may,
or this state.
Or
that's
this,
for sure.
or this lifetime. We also, I think, need to have a sinking fund for possibly a new refrigerator and a new dishwasher. I don't think we're going to have to buy new ones this year, but I kind of feel like in the next couple of years they might be dying. All right, so sinking fund, and we don't have to have a dishwasher. I know you are, look at the shock on his face, completely opposed to doing dishes by hand. I think we could be just fine doing dishes by hand. Absolutely fine. And using less water, because the way we do it...
Using less dishes, that would be better.
Yeah. We'll find paper plates in the dumpster, and so before they find their way back into a landfill, we'll actually use the paper plates, and then they'll go in the landfill. Or we'll burn them in the backyard and dance around the campfire, praying to the mighty universe to save us. I think we would like to create a passive income stream. It would be nice to have some other source of income coming in occasionally besides what we're getting now. I don't know how we're going to do that, but okay. Create passive income stream. That basically means, all my friends and followers, it's important just to watch the ads. Don't even watch them. Just let them run through. Go to the bathroom. Come back at the end of the ads. This is our passive income stream. We're just shooting for $1 a day, so maybe once in a while we can cover the cable bill. Oh, you know what? I know you don't want to go through every single thing we're going to garden, but a big goal is to get the orchard together. The orchard. Yes. We planted some, like 6 or 7 fruit trees when we first moved in, and they've never really produced, and we have to clear out like a lot of weeds and extra brush from the orchard area. I would really like to have those trees produce some fruit that we could actually... Fruit. We have the goal of fruit. Do you want to learn how to make stained glass windows?
No, I'm still focusing on clocks.
You're good on that?
Although I thought about that the other day when I saw that broken stained glass window, and I thought, I'd like to be able to fix that. And then yesterday I actually thought of finishing up what I wanted to do with, wanted to learn,
metallurgy.
Caning. No.
Oh, to fix that chair.
Chair
that would
caning.
be nice. Either fix it or get rid of it, basically.
Yeah.
Same with upholstery. Would you like to learn how to reupholster and or make slipcovers?
Yes.
Okay. Should I put that down as your goal?
No.
No. Do we have any goals for our relationship?
Yeah.
So I think what we're really saying is maintain and increase our level of self-sufficiency.
Yes.
Be more homesteady, add to our prepper pantry, add to our prepper skills, learn to make a fire out of like a bobby pin and pine needles. Now also we have started a lot of painting projects around the house in the last year. Mm-hmm. So how about one of our goals be we have to finish the projects we've already started.
Yes.
Why are you looking at the ceiling? I don't think
Well,
this is
because
one of
I
the...
never finished the crown molding.
All right, I want to add something to our financial goals, and that is to have a sinking fund or an envelope, save money specifically for Frugal Baby's next birthday and birthday party. So it doesn't come time for a birthday party and we say, oh my God, we have no money to throw a birthday party, we can't do anything, we're just going to put on the sprinkler and run around in the yard and that's all we have going. Like, I want to save money so we can have a nice, decent birthday party. Here's a goal I would like to impose upon my family. Quit being such picky eaters. You get what you get and you don't get upset and you are thankful for what you have. We need to appreciate what we have and be thankful for the food we have and be thankful for what Frugal Mommy cooks. Even if it might be a little burned or it didn't come out quite right or you don't like it, too bad, it's still food, eat it, don't be so picky. Well, that's another thing. Eat what we have in the fridge before making something new. Eat the leftovers. You demanded. Make me beef stew, he demanded. I made him a big crock pot full of beef stew, which he said
I asked once.
he loved.
I loved, yes.
And now we have a big Tupperware container of beef stew in the fridge. You have to finish it. You have to eat it. You can't let it go to waste. We cannot waste food. You know that drives me berserk. Freaking-zerk.
I know, I wanted...
You wanted a handful of beef stew?
Yeah.
So that was exhausting and exhaustive, but not necessarily everything, because we can add to it. We might have just completely forgotten stuff, but there are goals for 2018 that's going to be posted on the fridge so we can remind ourselves, because God knows we go in that fridge 400 times a day. So we're going to read this and remind ourselves and work on our goals. If you don't have a goal, you're not going to achieve anything. You're not really in the game if you don't have a goal, right? You have to have a goal. You have to have something to shoot for. There has to be a hoop for the basketball to go into. This is our hoop. These are our goals.
Yeah.
And of course we have to have strategies for achieving them. And writing them down. Make them concrete. Write them down and post them somewhere where you're going to see them and be reminded. Because it's actually very easy to forget. If we didn't write these down, in March I'd be saying, what were our goals again? What were we supposed to do this year? And we just wouldn't remember. Oh, do you have any goals for 2018? Neve wants to learn to swim.
I want to learn to hula hoop.
I have that
Hula.
too. I have that too. Mommy hula hoop and Autumn. We're going to learn to hula hoop together. All right, so set your goals, write them down, post them. Good luck. Persevere. You can do it. Go team go. Go Mighty Falcons.
Go.
Bye!